AEW keeps them coming with some announcements today. We're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth. Also, in addition to that, we're going to talk about NJPW Strong, and we're talking about Triple H making his return to NXT. My name is Zango. I'm going to keep you updated on all of the latest stories here on YouTube 7 days a week. So if you guys don't mind clicking that subscribe button, I would definitely appreciate it. Now, with that being said, we're going to kick things off with Triple H. You actually may have missed it, which is why it's always important to tune in to the Angle Show immediately after Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Rampage, and Dynamite, and of course, pay-per-views. I'm going to give you guys my initial reactions to the shows that we are watching. The community that we're building here on Discord is always heavily engaged, and it's really cool just to talk with wrestling fans about the shows that we're watching on a week-to-week basis. You guys know that I'm a fan of NXT just as much as I am a fan of AEW, and whether or not that bothers you, that's really up to you to decide. I don't really care. I think the best part about wrestling is it's just really good in general, and Triple H is back. And there was a report that came out from Slice Wrestling. We talked about it a little bit on the Ango Show, and basically what has happened now is Triple H is taking on a limited workload, we should say. So the report suggests from Slice Wrestling that Triple H is back in a limited capacity, taking the reins with Shawn Michaels running the show, signing talent, and basically having input in the creative direction to get the show on the road, which is fantastic. Last night's episode of NXT was great. So just in general, I was really excited about what we saw from NXT. And most importantly, we saw the infamous Triple H trick. Now, if you guys don't remember, whenever a takeover would end, the show would go to the copyright and you'd think it would be over. Well, in this case, during NXT, it turns out that Braun Breaker's dad, Rick Steiner, got kidnapped from Joe Gacy in Harland. What is this going to lead to? I truthfully don't know. But if it means Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner kicking somebody's ass on NXT television, I'm all in. So yeah, really cool stuff. Triple H is back. Good to see him working. Whether you like Triple H or not, or whatever it may be, obviously based on his health circumstances and everything, it's just good to see that he's back in control of NXT. All right, guys, I do want to talk about NJPW Strong. It's all about developing talent today. And one of the things that went out was a press release from Warrior Wrestling. Now, if you guys don't know what Warrior Wrestling is, it is a very popular indie promotion. Honestly, some of your favorite wrestlers have been there. I know Blake Christian's been there. I know Will Ospreay, Thunder Rosa, all held championships. If I remember correctly, I think Brian Cage was there at some point. More and more people are showing up. Well, what's really cool is Warrior Wrestling has now partnered with New Japan Strong, and they're going to be presenting the Dojo Showcase in April, May, and June. So this went out on April 5th. Today, Warrior Wrestling announced a new partnership with NJPW Strong to present the Dojo Showcase. Shows this spring and early summer. On each of the 3 Warrior Wrestling events in April, May, and June, Warrior and New Japan Strong will present a match highlighting competitors who have graduated from New Japan's LA Dojo under the tutelage of the legendary Katsuyori Shibata. I hope I pronounced that wrong. You guys know I try my best. With that being said, this show is taking place in South Bend, Indiana. Carl Fredericks will take on Clark Connors. And then also, in addition to that, we are going to see Will Ospreay defend the Warrior Wrestling Championship against Blake Christian. So that's really cool. Obviously, a lot of people are going to enjoy that match. Swerve Strickland, AEW's Top Flight have been confirmed. MLW star Casey Navarro and AAA stars Sam Adonis and Aramis have also been confirmed. And then Ember Moon will also be in action. The cool thing about this, too, is the tickets are actually really cheap. It's for $25. No, this is not an ad. No, this is not a promotion. But anytime there's some sort of collaboration, it's awesome to see companies come together, especially when it's a company as big as New Japan and a company as small as Warrior Wrestling. It just goes to show you that the indies are also very strong these days. And obviously that's no pun intended, but you never know. Some of these people that you might see, maybe these up-and-comers, could very well get a spot in New Japan. You never know, especially with NJPW Strong starting to pick up a little bit of steam. You never know what happens next. All right, guys, now we got to turn our attention to our final story. But before we can do that, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you. WrestleMania week is officially over. And as you know, with WrestleMania week, it was actually the strongest my entire channel has ever done. Just in general, the viewership, everything you can imagine was absolutely incredible. And it doesn't happen without you guys. I started doing TikToks and Instagram Reels. All those links will be in the description. But literally record viewership, live numbers, everything you can imagine has just been incredible. And it's really exciting. So I just want to say thank you. Now, with that being said, guys, it's time to get into our final announcement. It's the announcement from AEW. Samoa Joe will be taking on Max Caster on AEW Dynamite. And you might be wondering, why is this a big deal? Well, one, Samoa Joe had recently appeared at ROH Supercard of Honor. With that, it was announced that he did sign with AEW and ROH. And we don't really know the future of ROH, but what we do know is that he will be in the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament qualifier match. So this match, winner moves on to the tournament. Obviously, Samoa Joe beating Max Caster is probably the most predictable outcome here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Max Caster wins. I don't know. I don't think there's a freaking chance whatsoever. But my point that I'm making is that this is obviously big because this solidifies that Tony Khan does have, in fact, plans for Samoa Joe being part of AEW Dynamite. Now, is that a good decision, bad decision? I don't know. I think the plans are in limbo. I don't think Tony Khan directly has... I don't think he directly has told anybody his plans for ROH, mainly because I don't think he actually has anything concrete for ROH. Obviously, when it comes to TV partners and all of these different things, it's a very chaotic situation, especially when you consider that the head of Warner Media is leaving. There's just a lot of things happening right now. A lot of changes are being made. Obviously, the merger with Discovery, those can all have some interesting outcomes. And I hope ROH has a TV deal. I hope we see ROH on TV, and I hope we really start to understand the true vision of what to expect with that merger, purchase, whatever. Because right now, as it stands, Samoa Joe debuting on Dynamite, we expected it. We didn't know it was going to be a match. Now we know it's a match. Now we know it's against Max Caster. But is this guy going to be an AEW wrestler? Is he going to be an ROH wrestler? Or is AEW treating this like WWE in the sense of like a brand split? Because that's always a possibility too. If it's a brand split, like Raw versus SmackDown, that could be cool. If it's not a brand split, I think it's going to confuse the living crap out of people. But you know what? I hope it works out. I'm a huge fan of Samoa Joe. In fact, I actually interviewed Samoa Joe several years ago when he was in WWE NXT, shortly after his debut. So that was really, really cool experience being there on the red carpet with Samoa Joe, having that conversation with him. I think very highly of him. So I'm happy that he's been able to get these opportunities, and I look forward to seeing what they do, and I hope Tony Khan doesn't let us down. You know, all of these announcements, match announcements, signings, whatever it may be, they're great, but I hope it leads to exciting and compelling television, and I hope it's not a start and stop push. That's all I'm saying. I just hope it goes well. But yes, I'm definitely willing to let it play out. I just wish we knew a little bit more of what to expect from AEW. But it's cool. Samoa Joe is going to be in this match against Max Caster. And you got to point out the obvious. Max Caster obviously kills it with these freestyles. It's the one thing that gets him over. He's not really defined by wins and losses. He is defined by the character he portrays. And this will probably be a quick match. But in true dominant fashion, that is what you can expect. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time.